Okay, guys, this is part 5, the most common pro choice fallacies. So there's still a lot more to do, and there's some big ones that I've missed in the past and I should have done. But we're going to talk about 3 of them. One of them is debatably not really kind of a fallacy, but I'll throw it in. So the first is an appeal to authority. Basically, a claim is valid because of the authority figure who endorses it instead of the supporting evidence that behind it. For example, very common example pro-choicers make is that because doctors say abortion is like good or healthcare, right? Therefore, it's a good action. So basically, people in lab coats, an authority figure, say that this action is good. And when I'm talking about good, I'm talking about moral. This is a appeal to authority. Not to mention that I'm gonna add this fallacy in a different case. It's more of an is ought fallacy, right? Science is not in the realms of morality. It's right. So these doctors just tell us and describe what is. A doctor, right? The doctor can tell you what happens to the human body after it's been decapitated, after the head has been cut off. But the doctor's not going to tell you why is it wrong to cut somebody's head off. So, again, an appeal to majority. A lot of pro-choicers are saying, "Oh, these people have lab coats. It should be between them and their doctors, the women and their doctors." These people. Now, don't get me wrong; they're qualified, but I don't think you should listen to somebody just because they say they're a doctor. I mean, wasn't Joseph Mengele also a doctor during the Nazi regime? And he did horrible experiments to Jews. I don't think you want to listen to somebody just because they're in a lab coat. Now, the second fallacy, I can't believe I missed this in other videos, is the appeal to majority, ad populum fallacy. So because most people believe in something, therefore it's correct. It's like if 99% of people thought a triangle had 10 sides, a triangle would have 10 sides. That's obviously false. So, because most people are pro-choice, which is true in America and also around the world, that means it must be right. Most people agree. Most people, that's obviously, it's delusional because you don't want to die on that hill. I mean, in most people in some countries, in Muslim countries, it's okay to marry what, like a 9-year-old? You don't want to die on that hill. So an appeal to majority, very common fallacy. It's stupid. It's just a description. It's just a state of affairs that it's talking about. A lot of people agree with a standpoint. However, because a lot of people agree, doesn't make it right? Let's say that you're the only person on Earth who thought the moon wasn't made out of cupcakes while everybody else did. So because everybody, 99.9% of the population thinks the moon is made out of cupcakes, does that mean the moon is made out of cupcakes? No. They would just be wrong. So that's the appeal to majority. Now the last one is technically not really, can be very fallacious, right? And this one only applies to Christians. When you hear a lot of pro-choice Christians or even atheists, they say, well, Jesus never spoke about abortion, or the Bible never says anything about abortion. Therefore, the Bible's okay with it. This is an argument from silence. Just because Jesus never specifically spoke about abortion does not mean he supports it. All right. Now, I'm not a well-versed Christian, but as you know, Jesus is the Son of God, the second person in the Trinity. So he would be in line with the Holy Spirit and the Father. The Father obviously condemns murder, 10 Commandments, right? Genesis as well. So Jesus wouldn't contradict God because he is God, right? And also, like I said, an argument from silence it's a non sequitur. So what if he doesn't say anything? That doesn't mean he supports it. Do you think Jesus supports necrophilia because he didn't condemn it? No. You think Jesus supports cannibalism? Did Jesus even condemn cannibalism? No. I don't think so. But that does not mean he supports it. So that's one of the worst arguments a lot of pro-choicers say. I think I'm going to make that into a separate video.